earlier. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hot Seat, your Thursday night addiction. Thank you guys for being here today. I'm really excited for tonight's guest. This is going to be a good one. We have a veteran of the podcasting scene. Did you? All right. Everybody, welcome to the Hot Seat, your Thursday night addiction.
I got that fixed.
It's all right. Usually it's one of us, Steve. It's all right.
I did it too because I had Steve's show on right before this. So.
I had it on mute.
Usually I have mine on mute too, and I don't. I'm usually the one. I know Dutch can attest. I usually am the one to forget. We'll get going live, and then all of a sudden I'll hear myself talking again. Happens all the time. That's what live radio is all about. But guys, we got a great show tonight. It's going to have some fun. Obviously, you can tell we're already a little happy, having a good time. Dutch, why don't you say hi to the people?
Well, welcome everybody. I think you are really going to enjoy this tonight with Steve on here. I've watched his show many times, so I'm excited to have him on tonight. So let's see. You suppose we want to figure out a price tonight, or?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we got a special guest, so let's do a special price. We're going to go
wait.
25 tonight.
Okay, I thought you were going to the other way was a special price.
No, I got to work on
I still work.
Yeah, I know. I can't even do this because I witnessed it 2 weeks ago firsthand.
Yes, sir. See, I got proof I actually work up in here. All right, so the super shot price is not hashtag free. It is $25. So we appreciate it. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated, and it helps to keep Dutch in whiskey and women. So whatever you can do always helps. All right, so let's shout out before we get to Steve. Let's shout out our people in the chat. We got Smoky Joe's PIT BBQ. What's up, brother? How you doing? Johnny Mags BBQ. We were just talking about you, Johnny Mags. Hobo Nichol BBQs in the house. What's up, Hobo? See, Keith Bettag is always keeping score. Backwoods Gourmet Channel. Scott, how's it going, brother? Jimmy Q's in there. Carmen Lopez stopped by to say hi. Craig from Behind the Garage Barbecue. Sierra. Who else am I missing? I think I got everybody else. All right, so we got 20 people in the chat so far. Guys, if I miss you on the first go-around, I'll catch you on the next go-around. Dave Daniels, what's up? How you doing, brother? Sierra. All right, everybody else is just saying hi. Guys, just as a reminder, we are live on Facebook. We are live on Cooking with CJ. And now we are also live on live on CJ's Q. Scott says we're only worth $5. So, Scott, you're only getting a drink for $5.
Damn you, Scott.
And you're lucky I'm thirsty. So there you go. All right. Let's get started. Let's introduce our guest. We got Steve from the Owl's Nest Barbecue Show. Why don't you say hi to the people, Steve?
What's up, fellas? Johnny Mags up in Connecticut or New Hampshire. How you doing up there, man? How you doing up in New Hampshire? CJ, Kent, good to see you guys.
Hey, dude.
I can't believe I'm on the show. This is like, and with the $25 thing, I feel like a stripper. I got to work for it.
Hey, guys! If you want to see Steve strip, just throwing it out there.
Okay, all right.
Speaking of money and all that, our sponsor, Uncle Steve Shake, is in the chat. Uncle Steve, how you doing, big guy? We love you, brother. Guys, we will doing another Uncle Steve Shake giveaway about halftime of the show. So make sure you're paying attention to the questions and answers. Big Cat 305, I see you, buddy. So we thank Uncle Steve for being our sponsor and a great partner to a lot of YouTubers and especially to me and Dutch. So Thank you for being here, Uncle Steve. Appreciate you, brother. All right, Steve, are you ready for these hard-hitting, deep dive questions?
Buddy, I am ready to go, CJ.
I love it, man. I love it. I'm so excited for you to be on. Really, I am. I don't watch as religiously as Dutch does because I know your show is a little bit later on the East Coast for you guys, but for me, it's still during my work hours, so I can't always catch it. But I do tune in every once in a while, and I am just jealous right now because you had the great Melissa Cookston on there. I've been following her around. I watch all the all the Food Network barbecue shows and all that stuff. Very awesome. We were listening to it before we went live. So I'm just jealous. That is very cool. Guys, if you're not already following Steve's Al Ness barbecue show, I know Cooking with Steve and Jacqueline, they're putting it into the chat. So make sure you're following along on Facebook. We'll talk about other platforms, but I know I watch it on Facebook, so make sure you guys are tuning in on that. All right, so Steve, let's get going.
Good.
Let's talk about where you're from, where you grew up, where you reside, all that good stuff.
I live in Ooltewah, Tennessee, just a little bit north of Chattanooga. I was born in Virginia, raised in Knoxville, Tennessee, and moved here 40 years ago, and Ooltewah has been home ever since.
That's awesome, man. So, to be anywhere for that long is such a great thing.
Yeah.
And the love where you're at, too.
Yeah,
it's got to be huge.
Ooltewah, if you've ever watched Mayberry, Andy Griffith show, we're a step above that. Just one little step. Just a little step.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
All right. So you talk about family life, wife, kids, dog, cat, ferret.
I got them.
You got them.
I got a wife. I've got a daughter that's 20 that's still at home. She's in college. I've got a daughter that is, Sarah is 36. She works for North Face. I've got a son, Bo. He is the manager of a large tire store downtown in Chattanooga. He and I worked together for 20 years at my business. I've got a stepdaughter, Kelly, who lives in Atlanta, and a stepson, Rick, who lives in Atlanta as well.
Right on. Sounds like you got the family size of mine. We're a blended family too. We got 5 kids.
Absolutely.
It's good times right there, man. Kids make it wild. What's that?
Most of the time. When they come around to my way of thinking, it's great.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They go along with the program.
Yeah.
No problem.
The program, exactly right.
All right. So I know, what you do and all that stuff, but explain what you do when you're not doing your podcast or doing YouTube or any of that stuff. I own
a mom and pop gas station, CJ and Kent. I've been there for 37 years. It's right off the interstate on exit 11 off of I-75. It's a 2 bays in the front, a big garage in the back. We fix cars, pump gas, sell tires, just like the old gas stations your dad probably told you about, CJ. Kent, you may remember them just a little bit.
I sure do. I grew up next to one, Steve. That's why I was going to ask you if you need a grease monkey, if you need a tech, I can surely move to Tennessee and work for you, and then hopefully get that good barbecue store discount.
Well, you could do that, and then right next door to my gas station, I've built an add-on. It's about a 30 by 40 room, and that's where my BBQ Supply Store is. That's only about 2 years old, and we started that, and it's really grown by leaps and bounds because there wasn't one in Chattanooga.
Right.
There wasn't one. It was if you wanted the good stuff, you had to go online and get it. And I got tired of going online and getting it, so I just bought a bunch of it and threw it in there, and it sells like crazy. I
got to tell you, that is one of the most ingenious ways of doing things. Stop, get some gas, get a pop, and then grab a barbecue, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that right there, man. That's good common business sense right there.
And that's what happens a lot of times. People go, "Wow, you sell supplies in there?" I said, "Yeah, come on in." And they'll pull the car up away from the pumps. They'll come in and they'll buy $100, $150 worth of stuff. They go, "We don't have one of these stores in where I live." I said, "They didn't have one here until I opened it." So it's
genius, man.
What we do is getting so big, and it's going to just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. People they want to experiment with outdoor cooking. They want to cook outdoors. They want to be with their friends. And they don't want to just go to Publix or Safeway or whatever your grocery store is out in California and just pick from the 5 or 6 different big company rubs that there are. They want craft stuff. They want regional stuff, and that's the niche that we've carved out.
Oh, it's very true, man. And there's something about going and buying it. More or less you can get whatever you need on the internet. Yeah, it's true. But to go there.
can't sample it though. You can't sample
it. Sample it, exactly.
I've got a sample bar in the back of mine. You come in, I've got everything we have open. You can
that's
sample it all day.
Every time I've heard about your setup before, I watch the show, we've talked about it and all that stuff, and it just boggles my mind what a genius you are with that, dude. Like,
it's just finding a need and filling it. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. But
I didn't know the need was out there a few years ago.
Right. There's not too many people that would put those two together, though. Right.
But I had the space, and there's no rent.
That's true.
So,
do you also do your show from there too, right?
I have before. I've got right now. I'm upstairs in the bonus room. I built a pretty nice little studio up here, and it's real comfortable. And I've got the same equipment in a bag where I can go. I've done the show from restaurants, bars. I can do it from the store. I can do it from anywhere.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about your setup, man, because you're telling me I'm gonna set up on camera 3. I'm like, I have camera 1 and it's on my laptop.
It's easy. If I can figure it out, anybody can figure it out.
Yeah. Well, it's you're talking about Ricer earlier. If Ricer can figure it out, then
there you go. There you go.
Speaking of Ricer, what's up, Ricer? How you doing, man? Deborah BBQs in the chat. He says you look like you're getting shorter. VA Chicks in there. What's up, Carrie? Eastwood Farms, how you doing, buddy? Cuff and Stuff, Big Selena's Barbecue, Papa Larry's in the chat, LT, Dano's Pit Barbecue, let's see here, Long's Quest, The Dude's Kitchen and Grill. I think that catches everybody up. Guys, I appreciate you all being here. Hit that thumbs up and get ready for a great show. We're already going into it hard. So again, we're going to do a giveaway halfway through the show, so make sure you're paying attention to the questions and answers, and let's keep going. All right, so I see Delaney and Wally. How you guys doing? Next question is we have a lifetime question that we always ask from one of our subscribers. This question it's from Mega Fred Zeppelin. What is your favorite music? Do you play any instruments? Were you part of any bands? Any of that stuff?
No, I get associated with Stevie Ray Vaughan for some reason. And I do play guitar, but I'm not like Stevie Ray Vaughan. My favorite music, have you guys ever heard of John Prine?
Not me.
Out in California.
Dutch mine now.
Nope. John Prine he passed away this year from COVID. Folk singer, contemporary folk. That's me in a nutshell right there.
That sounds good.
I like rock and roll too. I like hard rock.
Oh, really? Right on.
I'm 61. I still crank it up. AC/DC, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dig it, man. I love it.
Louder the better.
All right, cool. All right, so I usually ask this question, but I actually saw it scroll up. So Dutch, don't be mad at me. But how did the Owl's Nest Barbecue come about? Like the name Owl's Nest Barbecue.
Well, in Ooltewah is an Indian word. And the literal translation is place of rest for owls, like owls roost. And so the high school team, the Ooltewah high school team, is the Owls.
Okay.
Everything in our area is the Owls. So I was a big football booster at the high school, have been for years. And I just said, when my buddies and I got together to form a team, we kicked around some names. I said, how about Owl's Nest? And everybody kind of looked at each other and went, yeah, Owl's Nest. That sounds good. And there it was, Owl's Nest Barbecue.
That's very cool.
Makes sense. It's real traditional. It represents, where we're from. Yeah. Yeah,
it represents exactly. I get
Absolutely.
It. All right. So before we get going to the next question, GT's Barbecue and Cuisine. Shout out to GT. Gary super shot, $25. Thank you, sir.
And he said, rock on, Steve Ray.
Rock on.
Good.
There you go.
Good. Let me put that account number up here. Let's see that.
Thank you again, GT, man. We love you, brother. Appreciate it. Hope y'all doing well out there. So I know one of my moderators has been putting your YouTube link in there too. Do you spend much time working with YouTube?
Yeah, believe it or not, I do. Okay. And I'm not really good at it. I put all my episodes of the show onto the YouTube channel. That's what it is mostly. Sometimes I'll throw an interesting video that I've done. I'm just kind of getting into that, trying to make my own videos. Matter of fact, I posted one on my on the Owl's Nest BBQ Facebook page. One of the first ones I ever posted, I put it on the Facebook page. Be cooking some chickens on a Green Mountain grill and then rolling them up in burritos. Just something an idea. One of those idea videos. You do chickens, and because my neighbor said, surely you're not going to eat all those chickens. And I said, yeah, I'll show you what I'll do with them. And I took them home, pulled them, and made chicken burritos for lunch next week. And I did that. And I mean, that's, and it sounds stupid, but they're all stupid. When you, you go on there and they're all the same thing, but we watch them for hours. And because they're our friends or they're really talented at what they do. Right. And it's just a wonderful medium. YouTube is. It's changed the way we live. It changed the way I advertise.
It's true, 100%.
Almost all my advertising on social media. Real quick story. I did a radio show in Chattanooga on radio for 20 years as a car show, and we were on the local affiliate. We were on the talk station for a while, and then we were on ESPN locally for about 5 years. Oh wow! And I started the last 3 years I was doing the show. I started simulcasting the show. I bought a Mevo. Have you ever heard of a Mevo? MEVO. It's camera.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
It's real cool. It's real neat. It's small. So I bought a Mevo and I broadcasted to my Facebook page, and I started getting more customers from the Facebook broadcast than the radio broadcast. So after a couple of years, you're thinking, why am I paying? Because this was one of those shows where I had to pay for the show,
right?
And I would sell advertising to recoup the money. And I said, why am I paying these guys when I'm getting my customers for free? They're coming from Facebook. Right. So that's when I dropped the radio and just went Facebook all the time. And it's been the same. We haven't had a drop off in business at all.
Right on. Do you track your viewers every week on there? Like, because I'll look at my views from each show. Do you track the views?
Oh yeah. I look at them to see. How many I've got, and I try to. And if I have a good show, and a good show for me, CJ, is like 1,400 views. That's a great.
That's awesome.
My record's 2,500.
Wow, that's great.
And I think I had an apostle on that night or something. But anyway, we 14 is the norm. Is a good night. 800 or 900 I can live with. If I get one like 600 or 400 or something like that, I'll go back and said, why wasn't this interesting? And I'll watch it and I'll say, that sucked. That wasn't interesting. And on the good ones, I go, that was interesting. So more people watch it after, on the replays than they do actually when they watch it.
See, that's interesting.
It stays there forever. That's what's wonderful.
Well, that's interesting for me is that we don't get a lot of replay watching. Like, we have some core group of people that watch, because they can't be up this late or they're in the East Coast or whatever. They'll watch it in the morning or whatever. But subsequent days, we don't get much views after that. It's, I keep them live just in case people want to go back and check on them. Mm-hmm. But the most views are from the evening of, and that's it.
I think what YouTube, it seems to me, and I'm not a social media expert, but it seems to me just from being on both platforms, what I do is not very interesting to people on YouTube, and what the people on YouTube do is not very interesting to people on Facebook. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Each platform has its very core fans. People don't turn to YouTube to watch an interview. They turn there to watch. They'll turn there to watch that video you did with that family gathering you did a couple of weeks ago when you were going around the room talking to your family.
Oh, right.
That was cool, and that was interesting. That made me watch. But if I'm watching, if I watch an interview show or something, I'll watch a little bit because I probably know the people. But I'll switch it off and go watch Malcolm, go watch Jeff, Steve Dotson. People that are good at what they do.
Right. And I get that completely, and it makes total sense too.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really worry much after the show. Like, if people want to catch it or say you want to, hey, I was on this show a year ago, check this out. That's pretty much why I leave them up. But I don't really concentrate much on that. the people that tune in are our core group of people that are always here, more or less. We may get like your wife tuning in or whatever, the guests, immediate people just to support. But for the most part, it's our core group, 40, 50 people, and it works out just fine with me. Me and Dutch have been doing this over 2 years now, and it seems to be working out just fine. So
yeah, I think you have to have a reason for doing it, just going on.
Right.
And I do it to promote the store. I have a lot of local, I've always said I'd rather talk to 50 buyers than 1,000 lookers.
Right.
I've got your attention. They want what I've got.
Right.
And if you just give me a shot at telling them what I have, I'm not a good salesperson,
Right.
but I'm a good concierge. You tell me what you need and I'll find it, or I'll do it for you. And I can do that. And that's when I opened the store, because it was a need. It wasn't me trying to create a market. The market was already there. I was just servicing that market. And I used this show to publicize the store. And it works. It works. People tune in and go, okay, yeah, we'll go there.
Well, that makes sense to me, man. That's awesome. If it helps you build your business, the way this kind of started out, and I believe it still is so people can get to know other YouTubers. And when Hobo started out, he because I took this over from Hobo a couple of years back. It was about getting exposure for brand new YouTube channels. And I still just try to find interesting people. So if I can have a conversation with you and have an interesting conversation, you're coming on. I don't care if you have 2 subscribers or 2 million. I just want to talk to people, and I'll have people like you on that, you sell a product, or I'll have, Uncle Steve on, he's building his company or whatever. Right. I want to help that stuff out, but I get completely what you say. Speaking of, people trying to build their business, I saw Kurt from Kirby get in the chat. I've been working with him a little bit. Kurt is an awesome dude, got an awesome product. He's working on his YouTube channel too. So, moderators, if you could get BBQ, the link in there, let's get him some subscribers tonight. It's I see Russell's comment on there. CJ tries to find interesting people. It was a dark day when I was on. Russell, you have one of the highest rated shows that we've ever done. The most views, or some of the most views. So Russell, you are not interesting again. So let's see. Alton from the Dogfather BBQs in the chat. Hey, Alton is one you should probably get on your show there, Steve. He is blowing up in the YouTube world and just doing great things. So Carrie says if we want a good laugh, she'll be on the hot seat. Hey, call me, message me, we'll get you on. Jim Suburban BBQs in there. How you doing, brother? I think that catches everybody up. Bowers Barbecue, you're not late. You're right on time. We're only barely getting started. So, what's wrong?
Johnny Meg's last comment.
Stay out of the chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to find who's in the chat. So, guys, there's Kirk's BBQ Seasonings. Check him out. I'm gonna start working on his channel with him. So, let's get some support for him. That's the questions I have for this first segment. Dutch, are you ready to get working?
I suppose.
Oh my gosh, if it's not too much trouble, sir.
Oh, well, since you put it that way. All right, Steve, done with the boring questions. Now it's time for the fun ones from the viewers. So, first one, Carrie, VA Chick Off-Road wants to know, excuse me, where were you born in Virginia? She lives in Fredericksburg and wanted to know if it was close by or not.
I was born in Williamsburg. I was born in the attic of a house that a midwife owned, not a hospital. It just kind of dates me. Back then, people used to do that. The delivery ward was up in the attic, and that's where I was born. I was raised in Richmond, Virginia, and we moved to Knoxville. Then from Knoxville to Chattanooga. Very, very, a very boring journey.
Well, as long as
I did like living in Richmond. Richmond was a good town, close to the beach.
You love where you're at now. That's what matters.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Knoxville's a good place to grow. I went to the University of Tennessee. Knoxville was fantastic. I would, if I had a chance to move back to Knoxville, I'd go. Knoxville's a good town. If you ever out in East Tennessee, is a great place.
Can you play Rocky Top on your guitar?
Yes, I can. Who can't? I can't. Everybody. I can play the harmonica. I can sing it. I can play it on the guitar. Play it on the banjo. Play it on a bugle. Everybody can. That's a given down here.
Are you a Vols fan?
Yeah, I went to UT. I sure did.
Oh, okay. Right on.
I graduated in '81. Back I was there. I started the first year that Coach Majors came back, 1977.
Nice.
And we had bad football teams back then. They're real bad. You think we were bad the last couple of years? You should have been back in the late '70s, early '80s.
Yeah, I remember the Lane Kiffin year.
Yeah. Yeah. They burned it. The students, after when he quit, the students got a mattress out of a dormitory and burned it on campus, set it on fire.
Yeah. I remember why he left.
Yeah. I do too. I sure do. How'd that work out for you?
That was a train wreck.
I guarantee you one thing. We have never left one of our coaches on the tarmac after we fired him. We always gave him a ride home.
Tell me he didn't deserve it though. That guy's
exactly right. Yeah. And then he got shellacked at Ole Miss last weekend too. But
yeah, I saw that too.
I could talk football all day long. We don't want.
Me too. Dude, both of us are all warriors in the trenches, man. We know.
We don't need to go there. Yeah, my coach said I had deceptive speed. I was slower than I looked.
That's actually a first. I've never heard that one before.
Wow, that's awesome. All right. Russell from Raspberry Rock asks, what are the various money streams for podcasts?
Wow. I guess if you were going after a large audience, they can monetize you, I believe. I always post my podcast to a thing called Anchor. It's on through Spotify. And I know that there's some way you can go on there, but I'm not interested in earning money from a podcast or from my shows. That's not why I do it. I do it to drive business to my business. It's just an advertising outlet to me. I'm not interesting enough to make money doing this, I'm sure, but I am interesting enough to have something that somebody needs. I have a Michelin tire. I can fix your car. I can sell you can buy a Green Mountain grill. You can buy rubs and sauces while you're getting your car worked on, for gosh sakes. I mean, you can count that place on your hand in this country, on one hand, where you could get your car worked on, buy tires, and leave with all your barbecue supplies. It's a pretty manly place. I got to say that. Pretty manly place.
I would love to check it out one day for sure.
The one thing about it, if they're smart, Steve, when they come to your place, they'll bring a pickup so they can haul everything back.
Yeah, a Green Mountain grill fits right in there.
Yeah. Fits perfect.
Sure.
A couple bags of pellets around the wheels to hold it in place.
Exactly right. We sell quite a few. I just picked them up back in June. And CJ, you and Kent, y'all use pellet smokers?
Yes, sir.
I had never used one until last February. I knew nothing about them.
Me neither.
They're wonderful.
I like mine.
Everybody who's a backyard cook, they ought to have a pellet smoker. I don't care if it's a Green Mountain grill, Traeger, whatever. It will make your life so much easy, and it'll up your barbecue game to levels that you didn't think you could attain. And I'm not kidding. It is so relaxing cooking on one of those things that anybody can use it. They're just wonderful. I just can't say enough about a pellet cooker.
I'm sorry. I agree completely. I've had no problems with. I have a pellet cabinet smoker and a pellet grill, because I work with the Pit Boss team and all that. Yeah, and I love it. And I got rid of my gasser when I got that pellet grill because I could turn it on just as fast as I can do the like a gas grill, and it works.
It's amazing how fast they heat up.
Yeah, Kent was able to barbecue or grill on it when he was out here. He was out in California a couple weeks ago, and it was, he could test. It's a really awesome grill. And
actually, I used both of his.
Right. Yep.
I did tri-tip on one on the Louisiana grill on Thursday, right before the show. And then on that Saturday, I had a beer cheese sauce, mac and cheese, 2 pork butts, and 4 racks of ribs on the 3 Series Pit Boss vertical.
Wow. That's a bunch of food.
I'm telling you, we had quite a few. We were not COVID friendly the other day.
Sure we were. Discussed it. The camera makes it look like we're close.
The camera makes it.
Hey, your family's exempt from
family's exempt, and everybody in the YouTube community is YouTube family for sure. So
I think when you go to concerts and big things like that, I think there's a risk. But if you're around your friends and you know where they've been, I think you're all right.
Yeah, knock on wood, everybody turned out all right after that one. We were just full and drunk. That's all that mattered.
How tired are you of this COVID? We're worn out here. We're worn out here.
I'm wore out, dude. And it's worse. It's worse in California than anywhere you guys are probably aware of.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, and because everything in California causes cancer, and I love California. I'm not like people that put it down, but there are some low points. I was born and raised here, so I love the fact that I could go to the beach if I want to go to the beach. I can go to the mountains if I want. I've skied and surfed in the same day, because you can do that in California.
Yeah, absolutely, you can, and that's a great place to live too, CJ.
Yeah.
I just people here, we're to the point. Let me just catch it so I can get it over with.
Yeah,
bring it on. You got to
remember
breathe on.
The good old days when when the parents used to put all the kids to get together and have chicken pox.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember my parents doing something like that. So everybody just gets chicken pox and get it over with. So
we used to eat cookies off the dirt, and if somebody did that now, their parents would freak out.
Oh yeah, man! And drinking out of the hose, all that stuff. Like, I'm a bit younger than you guys, but I'm still part of the era where my parents were actually somewhat smart and raised us right, and being by the lights coming on type stuff, and learn how to work and do yard work, and I learned how to use a screwdriver. And shut up with your freaking air quotes, dude. I swear to Jesus. Anyway,
we get one to show in, I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. All right, so Craig's watching on Facebook. He said pellets are the way to go. We're with that. I mean, I like all kinds of barbecue, and I love my Weber kettle, and Dutch can get down on a freaking offset like no one's business. Like, it just if you have time, right, to spend all day barbecuing, that's it. But if you're coming home and
I've got them all. I mean, I've got them. I mean, golly, I got 17 different things I can cook on.
Yeah.
That's not counting the ones in the store that I've got in inventory. I've got one of everything, but it's just the pellet cookers are just they're just for a person who wants to cook at their house, and they buy one of those cheap offsets and they're struggling and they get frustrated. It's just something that they can use and they can be successful the first time out.
Yeah.
First time. I tell them, they go, they buy them. I say, go to the store, go to Publix and buy 3 little chicken roasters, $5 a piece, and throw them on there, set it at 285 and check them in 2 hours. See what the temperature is. Don't even open the lid, and just set them up in a row. And I said, if they hit 165 degrees, pull them off and eat them. And that's the first thing they'll do is cook a chicken. And if they'll just taste that chicken, how good it is, they're hooked.
Yeah.
They are hooked.
Yeah, I agree.
Do something and take it up.
With your first cook, whole chickens. Up here, an expensive one is 99 cents a pound.
Ugh.
Even if you did screw it up, you're out $2-3.
Yeah, I told a guy today he bought a Green Mountain Grill about a month ago, and he's been using it, but he hadn't used it. He said, I'm going to start this weekend. I'm going to do a pork butt. And he was asking me all kinds of questions. You could tell he was nervous. And I said, the worst thing that can happen is you ruin it and you throw it away.
Exactly.
You haven't wasted 7 or 8 hours. You've learned. You had an education in 7 or 8 hours. So it's it's a learning. It's a hobby that you learn. And I never cook anything that I don't learn at least one thing after the cook. Like, I didn't know that. Or if I put that over here, I didn't know that would cook like that. I did wings one time, and I bought this rack that fits in a Green Mountain grill. It's made by Grilla Grills. It's a chicken wing rack. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've never seen that.
It's real cool. I wish we had it for the Green Mountain Grill, but I bought one. It's $100, and I put it in our grill, and I cooked chicken wings up on the top. And I never cooked chicken wings on top. I always cooked them on the bottom. They got done in half the time. And I said, that's the way to cook them. Get them off the thing, get them up in the air in the smoker, and cook them fast. So, you learn something.
Let the convection up top.
Yeah, I knew heat. I know heat rises, but we didn't sell that particular item, and so I never used one. But then when you find something that'll work, and it gets them up there towards the top, bingo, you cook and learn.
Yep.
That's great, man. Yeah. Hey, Dutch, let me interrupt. We got a lot more people showed up in the chat real quick. Oh, God, don't give me that shit. Jesus. All right. So Greg Burns is in the chat. What's up, brother? How you doing? Says upstate New York loves CJ. Well, I love upstate New York, too. Philip's in there. Jimmy Formoso's Barbecue. He was on Facebook. Now he's watching on YouTube. Thank you guys for being here. Cooking with Little Spice. The Hungry Hussy. Yes, I am. So manly. Grumpus on Fire. The barbecue broker got timed out by Johnny Mags for some reason.
We got baby-faced barbecue broker in the house.
No, I hope he grew his beard back. We got Beard Champ Barbecues in there. The grumpy old gringo senor. How you doing, sir? Let's see here. Miss Boogs is in the chat. Kyle Alexander's in there. The Grill Sergeant's watching, but he's driving. So make sure you're not driving and texting. Come on, you're in California. You know the rules. All right. We got Steve messing with backgrounds over there.
There you go, CJ. Go Vols.
Go Vols. There you go.
That beer champ guy. Yeah. Is he not the best?
Dude, he's a great dude, man.
No, his video
got so much freaking energy. I love it.
Yeah, he's one of these guys. Hey, and you can see his tattoos, and he's in that thing he's built on the edge of his house. And when it's windy outside, you can see it blowing, and he's in there just cooking his ass off. And he's great. His videos are super.
Yeah, Rob is a cool dude.
Yeah, he is. Now he's the perfect. I think the perfect YouTube guy. He knows enough about what he's doing, but he's so entertaining that you can't take your eyes off of him.
Yep.
And that's what I think it's all about.
I love it. And he always has a beer with him. It's a good guy right there, man. Hussy says he always thinks of these right behind me on this picture. I got a Uncle Steve's face mask, for COVID. He thinks it's a skinny pair of underwear. There's nothing that I wear that's skinny. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So, but if Uncle Steve wants to send me a thong, we'll auction it off for charity.
I got one of them Uncle Steve thongs too.
Oh, that's awesome.
You sent me two.
That's sweet. All right, Kenny, go ahead and ask the rest of your questions. I think we only got one out of you.
Yeah, because you took the other one.
Yeah.
All right. This is a comment from a gentleman you may know, Steve.
Okay.
It's from Johnny Mag's Barbecue. He says, the Midnight Oil, the only place to get your truck worked on, buy barbecue supplies, and watch my show.
That's right. I did Johnny's show from my gas station one time. I had to come out of the bullpen and do it.
Yep.
And we play them on what I do. I've got a big screen in the gas station, and I'll call up videos. And on Saturdays, especially all the barbecue YouTube videos, and I'll play them and let people watch them. And I've put Johnny's Facebook feed up there before. And it's just something that's fun. People look at me like I'm an idiot, and I guess I am for doing it, but it's entertainment.
Yep. You know, and the people after they're done waiting on their tires, and they can watch a little Facebook or YouTube.
Yep, absolutely. They love it. Some
All right.
Some of them don't.
Smoking Joe's Pit BBQ wants to know where do you buy the auto parts for your shop?
We've got an AC Delco, Ken Smith Auto Parts, and another place called Auto Plus. They're jobbers. You know, they deliver.
You gonna tell them why you asked that, Dutch?
Steve, he actually works for O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
Oh, okay. We have an O'Reilly's in Ottawa.
But you don't do business with them.
No, it's not a real good O'Reilly's. You know?
There's your class. Go fix his O'Reilly's.
Looks like Joe needs to get out there and make it work.
I mean, I'm sure they're good guys. We just don't, you know, we just don't. We just deal with other people. That's all. They're good guys, I'm sure.
All right.
You can't buy from everybody. You know, Ottawa's getting bigger. There's a bunch of parts places now. There's like 1 million banks. The banks are what blow me away. We got like 11 banks in our little town.
Wow.
I know. And I don't know. And then people call on you, go, come on, Steve, do some business. Oh, well, what do you mean? What am I going to do? You know, I don't have that much money. You know, put somebody, you know, what do you want to do? Open an account for $50? I'll forget about it and lose $50. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can't, you know, like you said, you can't do business with everybody. That's just the way it is.
No, you can't. You can't. You can be nice to everybody or try to be nice to everybody and not be nice to the people that don't need to be nice to.
Damn right.
Hey, if I ever retire, I'm going to write a book, CJ. The title of the book is going to be The Customer is Not Always Right.
Again, damn right.
5 years ago, I had a guy in retail tell me that.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you've got to fire a customer. You just have to.
Right.
Not often, but sometimes you've got to fire a customer.
Right. I agree. All right. Let's see. Jimmy from Cuffin Stuff wants to know, Steve, when somebody says the word barbecue, what's the first thing that pops in your mind?
Pork butt.
Good man.
Pulled pork butt. It's the first thing. The easiest thing.
Sounds so good right now.
The easiest thing there is to do, a pulled pork butt.
Well,
if you can't get a pulled pork butt down by the third try, you might need to move on. You know,
it's so forgiving too.
I know.
That's what people don't know.
You might need to.
You might just need to move on. Get an air fryer.
Get an air fryer.
I would say I'm vegan, but you know, who knows? And then they can sell me that Jim Bowie for $100. That, you know.
Hey, that's a nice smoker, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Big, that thing's big. It's huge.
The first Green Mountain Grill I saw was at Harry Sue's place. When he lives in Southern California, so when I had him on the hot seat, I went to his house and we cooked us some steaks on it. And he kind of reverse seared them. He used the Green Mountain Grill to, you know, bring them up to temp, and then we seared them off on some grill grates. Yeah, and that thing was pretty cool. I love the little window on it too. That's pretty freaking snazzy.
Well, the first time you use it is, CJ, but
until it gets dirty.
Yeah, it gets dirty, and then you know what do you do? Well, the guy says, "Well, you clean it." Well, I don't want to clean the window.
I don't want to clean my barbecue.
You know, I mean, I'll clean the grates, but the window. And don't get me started on the little light that's inside there.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez. Come on, man.
Just get rid of it.
But at least the minus points of the Green Mountain Grill are something that don't affect the way meat cooks. You know, the window and the light. You know, get rid of the window and put a thermometer right in the middle of it.
Right.
You know, what the heck?
I'm with you on that. That makes sense.
You can't stay in here anyway.
Any of the stuff you see, the thermometer's up higher. Put it down at the grate level. That's what we want to know.
Yeah. You know? Now they make the Jim Bowie, the entry level, the choice as a thermometer, right? Kind of like in the upper middle of the door.
Right.
So, it's people don't. This fascination with looking at what you're cooking has always, even when I was starting out. I mean, you gotta let it cook. If you keep looking at it, it's not going to cook any faster. It's like watching water boil. It takes forever if you're looking at it.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Just relax. Right. It'll do it. The fire. The fire will do the work. All you got to do is keep the fire going. The fire will do all your work for you. Just don't mess with it.
Trust the process.
Yeah, exactly. Trust the process. Work your plan. Plan your work, and then work your plan, and your barbecue will be good every single time, no matter what you're cooking. Whether it's a pork butt brisket, those beef ribs. I did some beef ribs for the first time, the big ones.
The dino ribs?
Yeah, for the first time a couple of months ago. Why? Who bothers with those things? They're horrible. And I cooked them right, and there's just no meat on them. You got to eat 27 of them to get a meal. You do. There's no meat on them. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Right. You're talking the center, the finger ribs that come off your prime rib roast.
I'm not a.
He's not talking about short ribs.
I'm not talking about those little ones with the big hunk of meat in the middle. That's short rib, right?
Right. Yeah, but you can also get those big too, like
those
$3.
Yeah. No, these are those long ones that about that long, and they're all together, and you cooked them as one.
Yeah.
And,
there's not much to those at all. They're back ribs. Yeah.
And I thought I'd done something wrong, and one of my buddies was there. We did them on Saturday at the gas station. He goes, no, these are pretty good. And I said, that's it? He goes, yeah, that's it. And I said, well, that's a disappointment. So sometimes barbecue will let you down.
Yeah. You're talking, Hussey put it in there. You're talking about the beef back ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might be. I don't know the parts of a cow or a pig like I should, I guess. But I don't talk about them either. I don't try to pretend.
Whenever I have a question, I just look at this and go from here.
Oh my gosh. GT, for God's sake, someone drink something. All right, cheers.
I got one poured. I might as well nip on it.
I had it poured too. It's getting warm over here because no shots.
Well, yeah, it happens. So,
can I answer a question real quick?
No, you may not. You can wait.
Right. They can wait.
All right. Jimmy Q wants to know, what is your best-selling rub and sauce at the store, Steve?
The best-selling rub I have is Butcher's Barbecue Grilling Addiction, without question. And the best sauce I sell, or the most popular sauce that I sell, is Killer Hog's Sweet Barbecue Sauce.
Yeah.
Without hands down. And I've got a lot of great products in there, and every product's got its little fan base. But overall, I order cases of those things and keep them on hand.
All right. Josh from Skinner Farms wants to know, is the Green Mountain Grill pricey, do you think, Steve?
No. The most expensive one, the Jim Bowie Prime Plus, they call it. Right. All the bells and whistles is under $1,000. I think it's $969. That's the retail on it. You can go down for about $799. You can get the Daniel Boone Prime Plus with all the bells and whistles on it. Compare that to other brands, and they're priced very competitively. You can get that little Davy Crockett's not even $400.
No. I agree. And, nowadays, I think the Prime Plus and the Prime get a little oversold with the Wi-Fi capability. With there's so many wireless thermometers out there now that you can do over your phone. And if you don't want to pay for all that, you can get the Choice line also from Green Mountain.
Yeah, and it's a lot less expensive too.
Right.
But Kent, I'm with you on that. Maybe it's our closest in age. But I'm going to tell you something. Anybody below 40 years old, you tell them the grill, they they're looking at doesn't have Wi-Fi, you've lost a customer. They won't even consider it. They won't even. They say, "Don't talk to me about that, pal. What I want to do is I want to put meat on in the morning, and I want to go to the golf course and go, look here, fella, look here, look what I'm doing. I'm cooking.
Look what I'm doing over here."
And they call up their camera and it shows a picture of the grill. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah,
I'm cooking.
Yep. I love it. I love having the Wi-Fi on mine. I'm not gonna lie. I have remote wireless, all that shit, but
yeah,
I think it's pretty cool.
Hey, what we're starting to see, and I live in a neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood that's got a lot of young guys in it. I'm starting to see the green egg on the back porch, and I'm a big green egg fan. I had a green egg for a year or so. It just wasn't for me, but they're great. They're great. But you see that green egg on the porch with the cover on it. Cover's dusty, which tells me it hadn't been off a long time. And you see the gas grill next to it. Okay? And what you've got is you've got the status symbol. You know, it's the backyard BMW. But then you got the pickup that you're driving every night. You see what I'm saying? They're using the gas grill because that thing over there is a pain in the butt to get cranked up for just a steak. And then the wife doesn't know how to use it. Kids have no interest in it. So we're all cooking on the gas grill for the steaks. And that's what I'm seeing with the Green Mountain Grill. It's coming in. It's replacing the Kamado style smoker because it cooks like a grill. Like you said, CJ, you got rid of your gas grill because the pellet grill gets hotter quicker than the gas grill does.
Yeah. And you get that wood fired taste.
Exactly. You know? And you get the benefit of a wood taste to it. So why would you have anything else on your back deck? It's simple. You know, if you're serious about buying something that you can use, your wife can use, your kids could go out there and start it. I mean, how hard is it to, honey, push that button right there? No, the other button. Yeah, that one. Push that one. No. Okay, it started. Yeah, you're good to go. You know, there's no knobs. There's no turning on the gas. There's nothing. It's just so simple.
No, I totally agree with what you said about the under 40 crowd with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
To me, I give two shits less about that. If it has it, great. If it doesn't, I'm fine with that also. So
I've got them hooked up to my phone just so I can show people how they work. But I don't use it. But when I cook 90% of the stuff I cook at work because I'm there. I get there at 6:30 in the morning. I don't leave till 4. I can do briskets. And that's what I do sometimes. I cook there because people like to watch you cook. What are you cooking, Steve? And I very seldom cook at the house unless I do a steak or something on the back porch on my gas grill.
Damn it, you beat me to it. I was going to ask you that.
On my 2002 Weber Spirit too, by the way.
Spirit.
Oh, it's the Spirit.
That thing gets so hot you can see it from space.
Oh yeah, I had the Genesis 310, and I actually got rid of that because it sat here for 2 years, and I didn't even hook a propane bottle to it.
Yeah, I've got a Genesis 4-burner, but by the time you get it hot enough to cook 2 steaks, you've used half of a 30-pound cylinder of fuel.
I agree.
With that Spirit, you hook them. You put those 3 little burners on half. And go in there and put salt on the steak and bring it back outside, and boom, you're at 600 degrees.
Yep.
You're thinking your grill grates are melting to the grates that came on the grill. You're going, ooh, I better turn this down.
Yeah, they're fused together.
I know.
All right.
Aren't grill grates wonderful?
Oh, I love them, dude.
Who would cook a steak without them? I mean, they're fantastic.
I cook steaks without them all the time.
Well, you need to get some, Kent.
You know what? I will be honest with you. I actually made a set.
Made a set of grill grates.
Yes, sir.
Out of anodized aluminum.
No, mine are steel.
They work?
Haven't tried them yet.
But he paid them.
I'm making them currently at work. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna barbecue a dog here in a minute if he doesn't shut up. Ugh. All right. Johnny Mag's Barbecue wants to know. He's got 2 questions for you.
All right.
What's your next Saturday live cook? And his second question is, when does he get his affiliate link for the Barbecue Pro Shop idea?
Oh, that's a good story. A couple of weeks ago, no, it was about a couple of months ago, maybe. Johnny called me and said, "Hey, he had a guest that backed out on him." And if you have a show, that's the worst.
Yeah.
When you're trying to get a hold of Skype somebody and they're not answering, you're thinking, "Oh, here we go." And he called me. He goes, "Hey, could you fill in?" And I said, "Well, absolutely." So I did it from the store. And his partner, the barbecue broker, they were talking, and he said, "I wish we had a pro shop like yours here where we live." And that hit me. I said, "That's it." I said, "I got to add pro shop because it's the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store is what it was called." And I added "and pro shop," and it sounds so much better, and the signs look really good. And that was kind of it's one of those things like, that's it. You have a name, but you're not really happy with it. You're happy with the logo, but the name kind of sucks. But when I just added in Pro Shop, that added another dimension, I think, to the brand.
Yeah.
And there was the barbecue broker that did that. Maybe I'll send him a set of grill grates, Kent.
He could probably use them.
That'd be a good present, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Kent, I will work it out to get you some grill grates.
Oh, I don't need grill grates. I'm all right.
You sure? Because I know you're making your own, but don't you want the original?
Yeah, you never know.
I'll see what I can do for you, man.
There's corporations just 60 miles south of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
we had Brad on, and I'm an affiliate for them too. And
he's a neat guy. They're everybody in their office.
He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, in their office, Gretchen, she's great.
Yeah,
they're really nice people.
Yeah, I've been dealing with Megan this whole time, and she's been great. She reached out to me. They gave me some grill grates for the Ninja Foodie Grill. It's what I do on my main channel, a lot of that.
Yeah.
And then they gave me grill grates for the Blackstone. And
how did those work? I haven't tried that yet.
I had the conversation with her. I did a couple of videos with it on the Blackstone, and the feedback I got from it is that people buy the Blackstone to get the the full sear, the cast iron sear of it, right?
Right.
And when I told Megan that their whole idea is that a lot of people take that 17-inch Blackstone or whatever, they do it camping, and they don't always have a grill, right? So they're like, well, if you want to grill something, this gives you an option to do that. You just need to bring your grill grates. You don't have to bring your whole grill camping with you or whatever. Yeah. Or some people don't have, barbecue or a grill that they could put their own grill grates on. So I get exactly what she said, but I did not get much positive feedback with those things for sure.
Yeah, I'm not I don't care for steaks on a griddle, either a Blackstone or a like in the house in a pan. I just don't. I've never liked that taste. Even when you get a good layer of crust on it, it just doesn't appeal to me.
Right.
But I'll cook the heck out of smash burgers.
Oh, I love smash burgers.
Oh, man. Is that not the most fun thing there is to do?
Oh, seriously.
I love doing smash burgers.
And
I can watch George Moat's videos.
Oh yeah. He's
great.
First We Feast now. He has
he's been
that guy.
doing that little how-to thing. One of the most popular things I ever cooked, and it even got in the newspaper here, was a Loco Moco. I love
Loco Moco, dude.
Yeah, and nobody here I'd never heard of one.
Really?
They're just not popular here. And it's like a tri-tip out here. Everybody goes,
right.
And And I made those things, and we gave them out one day at the store. And people were coming in. People were calling people saying, "Get over here and get one of these things. They're delicious."
That's awesome.
And then the newspaper picked up on it. We did a little thing for the newspaper even. And they're so easy. I mean, golly, there's just nothing.
I tell you what, I think that's my next video idea right there. A Loco Moco smash burger. I'm stealing that bad boy.
Oh yeah, man. It's that's I just do it the way he did it. They're delicious.
We go to Hawaii quite often, and obviously not now. Actually, this weekend we were supposed to be in there for our anniversary, but they still have a 14-day quarantine thing going on in Hawaii, so we canceled our trip. But every time I go out there, I always find the small hole-in-the-wall shacks where you can get plate lunch, and I always get Loco Moco every time.
Isn't that weird that it originated there?
Yeah, it is completely.
Yeah, and it's not even, it had nothing to do with pineapples or anything like that. It's just, that's just kind of a strange little place that it originated. But if they're good, and if you don't know what it is, it's easy. It's just you boil up rice, you put some rice down, you put some onions on it or whatever you want, put a couple of burgers, meat, throw brown gravy over it, and crack a fried egg and put it on top and eat it.
I mean, what's not to love about that?
I know it's got every food group in it: protein, carbs. It's awesome.
Yep. You put some green onion on there, you got your veg. You're good.
Yeah, you sure do. But man, I mean, every time you make them for somebody, they go, "This is great." They don't even stop eating.
Yeah, they don't even stop to talk.
Yeah, they only stop to talk. It's just they taste fantastic. I love them. That's what I like to make when I break out one of my flat tops. That's usually for a Loco Moco.
Well, there you go. All right, Kent, you got more questions, bud?
Oh yeah, I got a ton more.
All right, hold on real quick. Let's do Uncle Steve's giveaway. We're at an hour. Steve, I told you it flies by.
We are.
You still going strong? You still good to go?
Man, I go strong every day, CJ.
All right, attaboy. All right, guys. So we're gonna do Uncle Steve's shake giveaway. I'm looking at top chat. So the first correct answer I see will be the winner. All right. So Steve was talking about where he was born. Let's put whoever can get where he was born first in the chat will win Uncle Steve's shake. Williamsburg. Fucking A.
You said anybody.
Do you really need more Uncle Steve shake?
Actually, I kind of like Johnny Meg's answer when he said
attic. You were born in the attic.
He's right. He's right.
Top chat is rigged. Live chat's where it's at. All right. It looks like Tijuana. Someone put Tijuana. Great. Craig Hardiman said Williamsburg. That's correct. Mags, you know how to get your own fucking Uncle Steve shit. All right, so Craig Hardiman, hit me up on Messenger on Facebook, CJ Volkman, and I will get your information, Uncle Steve, and we'll get you guys, we'll get you some of his products. All right.
Now let me tell you about Craig Hardiman.
Okay.
And his buddy Charles. They live down in Alabama, and the name of their team is Outhouse Barbecue.
Okay.
And they're they call them the backyard teams in KCBS. And the thing about Alabama is their backyard circuit is bigger than the KCBS circuit. And they are really good cooks. And they drive all the way up. I think they live in Coleman, Alabama. And they'll drive from their little town there, and they'll drive up to Ottawa to buy their rubs and stuff before a contest. And I've met them, and they've been coming up for about 8 or 9 months now, and they're just two great guys, just great barbecue guys that come up, support me, and we really appreciate them. Nice guy.
Right on. Well, I'm glad. One of your fellow viewers and friends won. Yeah, it's very cool.
Neat. Yeah, that's neat.
Pretty much everybody in the chat has got to had some of Uncle Steve's thick meat in his mouth. So. That's one of his rubs. It's called thick meat. So earlier, Carrie asked if I use these rubs behind me. I actually do. Kirby Q's on top, Uncle Steve's front and center. I use all of Uncle Steve's stuff. I've been using BBQ. Daddy Dutch barbecue, of course, I use his sweet heat rub. I just got some Texas style barbecue seasoning from Texas Barbecue Chapter. I haven't used it yet, but I just got it this week. And then outside, I have a full pantry of seasonings and rubs that has been sent to me.
And I can verify that.
Yeah, he can verify that. We got plenty of stuff. So
he's got more shit than what I got.
Yeah, it's insane. And I wish I had more time to barbecue. But a lot of the things I do with these rubs is I put them in the air fryer videos or the foodie grill videos. Yeah. I take this stuff and I introduce it to all the housewives in America, man.
Well, the thing about rubs is, they're so good on every stuff other than barbecue.
Yeah.
When I did those burrito rolls, I used Suckle Buster's chicken dust instead of salt inside them, and it gives it a little kick to it. When you're eating them, it just adds so much flavor. I know when I do a pulled pork, I don't worry too much about what I put on the outside, but when I pull it is when I add the rubs and the flavor.
Right.
And mix it up. That's what that's what they're for. It's for added flavor. And guys, don't stop at barbecue and steaks. Man, try it on everything.
Yeah.
Eggs, vegetables, and it's great.
We Stan from Sweet Smoky Joe sent us out some this buttery garlic new spread or new shake or whatever they call it. And when Dutch was out here, we put it on some vegetables and roasted up some vegetables. Uncle Steve's shake, we put some of that stuff on popcorn. Yeah, there you go.
That's I was just getting ready to say Heath Rawls has a garlic butter rub now, and we put it on popcorn. It's delicious.
I do. I put the sweet and spicy stuff on my French fries that we get. So, I try to expand on using because more than just salt and pepper on your seasonings, you can add so many different flavors for sure. Guys, real quick, Cooking with Rose is in the chat. She's been reaching out to me for a while now. I don't think she's US based, but guys, check out her channel, help a new channel grow out there. And there you go, Rosa. There's your shout out. You don't let me down. You better be doing some good stuff over there. All right. Kent, you ready to ask some more questions, bub?
Yeah.
All right. Make it happen.
If you're going to let me. I mean, Christ. I still got.
How long y'all been married?
Oh, God, it seems like forever.
Steve. The honeymoon is over.
Too damn long.
All right. Quick side note, CJ, are you going to ask Smoking Joe's lifetime question, or do you want
knock yourself out, man? My questions are all boring. Let you can finish up the show.
I've been telling you that for 2 years.
I don't know.
All right. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. His question is, if money were no object, what's the one smoker you would buy?
I would buy the Myron Mixon. I can't remember the number of it, but it's the big water cooker. I've got a 48-inch Myron Mixon water cooker. I would buy the one that holds over 100 butts. I would buy that one. I think it's about $18,000.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That water cooker, that's my favorite thing. If somebody said, Steve, you can only cook one, you can only keep one rather, it would be that 48-inch Myron Mixon water cooker. That's one I would keep. I love cooking on that thing. It's incredible what it does. That you can taste a big difference in the meat. It's if you ever get a chance to use one or get one, do it. You won't be disappointed.
I have it's local up here. It's a Holstein grill. It's got a 36 by 70-inch footprint that comes with a stainless steel rotisserie I do whole hogs on.
Oh, that's nice.
But if I had to get one, it would probably be the GMG, the Big Pig.
You think so? Really?
I cooked one last weekend for a relief cook for a buddy of mine up here who I compete against all the time and have competed with. And it's actually for a wedding, and he fell ill. And we put 26 pork butts on that thing and had room for 6 or 8 more.
Mm-hmm.
I like the setup of it. I would probably go with the big pig.
I've thought about getting one for inventory. They're hard to get, even from the company. The thing that kills them is I think they're about they're in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. But what kills it is the shipping.
Yeah, you would have to drive to get it.
Yeah, and the closest GMG distributor is in Texas.
Right.
So that would be quite an investment and quite a commitment to go down and get one, especially if I've never cooked on one or never saw one.
Yeah, I have cooked on one. I like the way it cooks. There could be some improvements to it, but that's going to be with any smoker.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Because the first edition's always like the test model. You know.
Right.
Hell, the first smoker I had, I built. And there's things I do different to it. And I was telling CJ while you were rubbing elbows with Melissa that this winter I got a couple tanks sitting at the shop that I'm going to be blending together to make a big offset.
That'll be a fun project, kind of like an Aaron Franklin deal.
Well, it's not going to be that big.
Well, he has. I know that he has a company now. I understand, and they build like offsets for the backyard.
Hey,
I don't know how well it's doing, but
Mario put a question in the chat about the cooker you're talking about. How much does that cooker weigh?
Which
you know
one?
What?
The Meyer Mixon?
I don't know if he's talking about the Mixon or the Big Pig.
The Meyer Mixon weighs about 850 pounds. Mine does.
Yeah,
it's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really stout. But he's got a huge roll. I tell you, he really thought of everything. It's got big wheels, so one person can handle it. I mean, easily. And it's so big, it's heavy. The insulation is just insane. The fire area is. I'm not kidding, guys. This thing it's got 2 drafts on each end of the firebox, and there's a water pan. He heats the water and it boils the water, and the smoke rolls in from the side, and he's got 2 huge square stacks on it, and it's got an aluminum slide on each stack, and you can move those. This thing is so tight, you move that slide a quarter of an inch either way, and you can watch that needle on the front of it go almost automatically. I mean, it is so tight. It's unbelievable how tight that smoker is.
Wow.
It is. It's just. And I've not cooked on a bunch of other ones, and I'm sure there's other ones out there that are great, but just from my experience, I mean, it's worth the money. It was worth the money.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
All right. Before the next question, Kent, we had a lot more people jump in the chat. You can flip your pin straight up your nose. I don't care. The Cookie Cop and Baber in the chat. So Josh, what's that?
What a dick. Have a drink.
I know. I'm angry. All right. So Josh is in there. Babe is in the chat. Frag Daddy's in there. View to a Grill. Johnny's in there. Newcomb's in there. Mike Montoya's in the chat. Jason's in there. What's up, guys? Thank you all for tuning in a little bit late. As you guys know, we're live on Facebook, obviously Cooking with CJ, and this is also live on CJ's Q. So we got a couple people tuned in on that one. There's like 6 people watching on CJ's Q right now. So we got Mario over there, Dead Broke Barbecue Ricers watching on that one because it's nice and quiet over there. Phil from Daddy Cooks, thanks for being here, sir. I appreciate it. So we're also trying to get monetized on CJ's Q. So If anybody wants to jump over there to watch it on that one, it will ruin Ricer's quiet time, and that's all right. So anyway, all right, Dutch, get back to your questions, Bo.
Hold on, I'm pulling CJ's queue up on my phone.
Thanks, Puddin.
Well, that way I can at least go in and harass Ricer.
He said, Hey, Rick's barbecue and specialties, whatever. CJ's mad because all this talk about real pellet cookers. Hey, I would love a Green Mountain Grill too. Shit, dude. Like I said, I saw it at Harry Sue's. I think he's a nice cooker for sure.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yep.
But unfortunately, they're knocking down my door, sending me shit like Pit Boss. So there you go.
You gotta do what you got.
I'd like to hang around Ricer's house and just get what grills fall off the UPS truck pulling into his driveway.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Ricer has more freaking.
I know this guy. The people are sending him stuff.
Between the wine and the grills, man, he's drunk and cooking all the time. I love it.
I can just see the guys in the board of directors at Weber. We got to get Ricer that grill. We got to get Ricer that grill.
See, Denny Rich, he's watching on Facebook right now. Says, you rocking hotter than any sauce. Damn right I am. That is a compliment right there, bro. Thank you. Okay, Dutch.
All right. Speaking of Ricer, Steve, who's the favorite person you've interviewed?
Oh gosh, it would have had to. It's a tie. I got to interview Tuffy Stone 3 years ago at the Jack. I did it when I still had my radio show. We went up there, did a live show from there, and I interviewed Tuffy. And the year before that, I got to interview Mike Mills at the Jack, and he was Tuffy was great. Mike Mills was, when you talk to him, you're talking to one of the founders of Competition Barbecue, and he was very insightful, very nice, and so full of information and the history, how they used to do it. Back, before, in their late 70s, early 80s, those guys that traveled around cooking, they were cooking, whole hogs. That was the big deal back then. It wasn't KCBS. It was, they were cooking, hogs. That's all they did. And can you imagine, driving thousands of miles to cook a hog in a contest? It's expensive. It was expensive then as it is now. And they were so good at it. And I just love listening to those stories. I love listening to Myron Mixon talk about when he first started. Tuffy was talking about it one time, saying that when Myron when he started cooking, and he was an MBN guy. He was cooking whole hogs, and he was cooking. If he didn't win, they didn't make the house payment. I mean, it wasn't like when I go to a KCBS event and I go in there and finish next to last, and I've had a good time, and yada yada yada. I'm not the house payment still gets made. Those guys were cooking that's what they were making a living, and that's far more interesting when you're not playing with house money. It's like Lee Trevino said, "What's the toughest putt you ever made? The 3-footer for $20 with $2 in my pocket." That's a tough one. That's a tough putt.
That's true.
Yeah, when you're not playing with the house money, that's when the real competition is setting in. And I really admire those guys. And Mike Mills was talking about it, and it's great. He was great. And he's pretty famous too.
Yeah, from Murfreesboro.
Yeah, Illinois. Right.
Murfreesboro, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
My folks travel from Florida up to the Midwest and back every year. And my mom sent me a picture. And I'm like, holy crap. She goes, well, we stopped at this little barbecue joint. A lot of trophies. And she sent me a picture of the menu. And I said, you're at Mike Mills restaurant? I said, I hate it right now.
So, he probably wrote the the greatest barbecue book ever written, Peace, Love, and Barbecue.
Yep. I agree.
I collect books, and that's he and his daughter wrote it. And it's a good one. It really is. It's real good.
All right. Next question. You touched on this a little bit earlier with CJ's question, but Big Salinas Barbecue, what made you get started in actual barbecue? Not necessarily shop, but cooking barbecue.
And it's the same story a lot of people have. Ken and CJ, it was a February afternoon. It was rainy, cold. I was inside. It was about 7-8 years ago, and they were running a barbecue pit masters season 1 marathon. And I was flipping through channels and came across it and watched a little bit, and then scrolled past it. And it's one of those things like, what was that? And you went back to it, and I started watching it. And I watched the TV for like 3 hours, and and I told my wife, I said, "Have you ever seen this? These guys are driving around to barbecue contests, and they're talking smack, and they're cooking for money. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a barbecue contest. I had no idea. And then I went back to the shop the next day, that Monday, and I told my buddy, I said, "Hey, did you ever see this show, Barbecue Pit Masters?" He goes, "Yeah, that's really cool." And he knew a little bit about barbecue. And I said, "We ought to do that." And he goes, "Okay." So we went out and bought a pit that leaked like the Exxon Valdez, and entered a contest up in Cleveland, Tennessee, which is just up the street. And it was a big KCBS contest. We entered the backyard division, and we went up there. Johnny Trigg was there. We met him. I rode him around in my golf cart. Met Myron. Donnie Bray was up there. Met him then, and anybody who's anybody was at that contest. And it was what was so cool, I thought, is here we are cooking right next to the people that we admire, that we look up to, and there's no other sport that you can do that. And we only stayed our backyard, just one contest. I said, "There's no use in why go backyard? You're doing basically the same thing as the pros are doing." And the first pro contest we did was down in Atlanta, and ever since then I've been hooked. I love it. There's nothing about it I don't love. I wish I could compete more. I love barbecue competition.
We do more of that stuff out here in California.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something. People will say, "Oh, I don't need my food. I need to be judged. My neighbors like it," and they do. Everybody. When you're giving away free ribs, man, you're the man. These are the best ribs I ever had, Steve. Can I have some more? And yeah. And oh, you're great, Steve. Can I have some more of that too? Yeah. But serious talking, until you put that food in a box and you give it to 6 people that you don't know, and they give you that little card back and some scores, and they weren't as impressed as your buddy in the backyard, it humbles you, and it gets your attention, and it will make you try to do better and cook better food. And you'll start to study. You'll start to really study what you're cooking on. You'll learn where the hot spot is, where the cold spot is, why the pork butt cooks better over here than it cooks better over there, and you really get an education. And that's and there's nothing better than that.
No, I couldn't agree with you more on the competition aspect of that. First scorecard you get back and you're like, well, this isn't what the neighbors say.
No. Hey,
well, what?
The worst one I ever got, we turned in chicken in Atlanta, and I was on this pomegranate kick. I love pomegranate, and so by God, everybody ought to love pomegranate if I like pomegranate. So I made this sauce. I was smarter than everybody. I was going to make my own sauce even. So I made this pomegranate sauce. We put it on the chicken. We turned it in. I think we finished last or next to last. And I got a comment card. It said, "Chicken didn't taste like chicken." Now, what's the most common thing people say when you try meat that you don't know what it is? It tastes just like chicken. So I had the only chicken that didn't taste like chicken. And so, that humbles you. You think, oh, wow. So maybe pomegranate isn't the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah. And I had this with a buddy of mine. We're doing backyard events around here. And his wife always told him, don't sauce your ribs. Your ribs don't need sauce. They're good the way they are. Okay. Well, being in the Midwest, if you live close to Memphis, understand a dry rib.
Right.
But where we're at, everything's judged KCBS style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're glazing your ribs.
Well,
and I finally looked at him after his third event of finishing DAL. And I said, Mark, you have to remember one thing. I said, you're not cooking for your fucking wife. You're cooking for a judge.
Yeah, that don't know you and don't care to know. Yeah.
2 months later, the son of a bitch beat me. I was never more pissed off.
Started using sauce on his ribs.
Yeah. I finished third. I didn't have the best cook, and he won. And I'm like, okay, school's out, asshole.
Yep.
Nice.
The contests are fun. It's an adrenaline rush, believe it or not. When 11:30 rolls around and that you're starting to build those chicken boxes, and it's that time where here we go. The next 2.5 hours is going to be just crazy. There's no better feeling in the world except a hole in one.
I still haven't experienced that one yet.
I haven't either. That's what they tell me.
I've got multiple times, but never got there.
I golf to drink, not
I've never been close.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I know guys that are 18 handicappers and they've had 3 holes in ones.
Ugh.
I've been with 18 inches 3 times.
I was a 10 and I never got closer than 5 feet.
I'll tell you what, I got close, like within 2 feet, and I still missed the putt for birdie. Someone put $20 on it. That's all it took.
That's all it took. Right.
That's what made me laugh about your Lee Trevino quote. I'm like, yep, 20.
that 2 foot putt looked like about 20 miles of interstate.
Forever. And the hole was smaller than something small.
So the guy who loves Vegas couldn't handle a bet. I love it.
I couldn't handle the bet. It was so bad.
I wonder, I just wonder how much side action goes on in these barbecue contests with the with those elite teams, like the National Barbecue League guys,
prop bets and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, just side bets. I got $40 that says, my ribs beat your ribs, and straight up, and or they might handicap it. Everything's got to be over. You got to be over 165 to get in the game or something like that. And I just wonder how much that is. I bet it does. I bet there's quite a little legions of money changing hands with those guys, sure. Because they're so good, and they win all the time. People that say it's all a game of luck. It's not a game of luck. There's something that those guys do that the judges, I'm convinced that the judges recognize, and they recognize that as a top tier team, and they're judged with more respect than somebody like me that doesn't know the secret. And I don't know what it is, but there's something that they do that gets them the notoriety. And of course, the food's great. Don't take anything away from their food. The food's awesome. But there's something that they know to do that sets them apart from everybody else, because they're not lucky. They're good, number one. And the same guys win. They're always in the top all the time. And it's not a coincidence.
Right.
And I just wonder how much those guys, because it's got to get boring. It's like Travis Clark when he was strolling along in his prime. He won 70% of he won in like a 3 or 4 year period. He won 70% of the contest he entered. 70%. Yeah. That's Tiger Woods numbers. When he was in his prime. This guy couldn't be beat. And where do you put the trophy? Oh, another trophy. Wow. And they got to be making it. They got to do something to make it interesting. So
right.
So I could see a little side money changing hands. I may be wrong.
Hey, everybody who's doing that stuff is ultra competitive. So I bet money. I bet there is money going exchanging hands over there for sure.
I bet there is. I'd like to get in on it just to hold the money to see what the bets were.
I was rich right until awards.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Oh, well, I have to ask this one because it was sent to me via text message.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And trying to think of this guy's channel name. It says, what cooker is Steve planning on to put in that new patio he poured?
Hey, wow. I know who that is.
You got a stalker. I don't think it's Steve Dotson, but he's been on the show the same time as Steve Dotson.
Yeah. I'm gonna put I had this little area at the house that was I'm a amateur landscaper and I'm a yard dog. And I had this little area that was just a little peaceful garden area, and I ripped it out. I poured a 20 by 30 concrete slab there, and I'm going to put a gazebo there, and I'm going to move all my cookers into there. And then when I start doing my videos, which I'm gearing up to start trying to do videos to enhance my brand, as they say, it's going to be a real nice place to do it right there. So that's what I'm doing.
Very cool.
20 by 30 is not a small little patio.
No, it's a good size little. It was 10 yards of concrete is what it took. Sure did.
Most people would like to put up a stick building on that and call it, like their barbecue empire headquarters,
Yeah, I don't think my neighborhood's going to let me. I couldn't get away with a shed, but I think I can get away with a canopy type thing.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. You better be happy now, Ricer. Damn it.
All right. Hey.
I was sending Ricer and Steve Dotson the videos of them pouring concrete.
There's nothing about pouring mud. I'm telling you.
Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue is only 6 away from 20,000. So if for some reason you're in this chat and you have not subscribed to Joe, go ahead and get him there. Help the poor guy out.
20,000 subscribers.
20,000 subscribers. He's close. And then Food for Men Bruce said, "Wait, today's Thursday?" I'm like, dude, does anybody know what day it is anymore? Seriously.
Shit, every day runs together anymore.
Hey, CJ, how many subscribers do you have to have before the YouTube pays you?
1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a year.
Wow.
Yep.
1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Yep.
And then they'll start putting those little ads on your. Is that where those ads come from?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then you make them big pennies, just like me.
But what happens if somebody that subscribes that has that service where they don't watch the ads and they watch your video?
You get a cut of that too.
Okay.
If they have the YouTube Premium or Red or whatever it's called, it's in the analytics too that you get that too.
Okay. I wonder how much money does if you had 500,000 subscribers, how much would you earn, do you think?
I mean, it really doesn't matter about subscribers. It matters about how much are being watched.
Oh, okay.
So, it's per video. If say, you're getting 1 million views a month, you're probably making, a couple grand, give or take.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There's real money to be made on YouTube. Sometimes
there must be because everybody and their uncle's on it.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I have 2 different ways of income on YouTube because not only do I have the ads, we have people paying us to drink every Thursday. So that helps, but
that's good work if you can get it.
Exactly. So I've become an alcoholic to get, $100 a week or whatever, but it's been worth it.
You got to take one for the team sometimes.
I'm trying.
Absolutely.
We talked about this before.
What's that?
We're not alcoholics.
No, we're not. Alcoholics are quitters.
That's right.
No.
Rehabs for quitters.
Rehabs for quitters.
That's right.
Meetings.
Yeah, alcoholics go to meetings. We're drunks. There you go. Smokey Joe, feel free if you want to share how much you make. It's fine, dude. I mean, you could Google that stuff. You know, there's so many videos on YouTube where people will say, how much did I make for 1 million views? Or I have 1 million subscribers. How much does YouTube pay me? You know, whatever. It's, you know, you can find anything and everything on there.
When I first started, I was playing.
Social Blade, Social Blade is where you find
I didn't know you weren't allowed to play music. You know.
Oh yeah.
I got my playlist, and I'm just thinking, this song would go good. So I'm cranking up Foo Fighters on YouTube, and boy, I don't like that a bit, do they?
No. One of my first videos got copywritten, and I had to stop. Joe is making serious cash right now on YouTube. He's getting tons and tons of views.
Yeah,
he said 4,300 a month right now.
Wow, 4,300 a month.
Yep. Because all his videos correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but a lot of it, pretty much all of his videos get a strong viewership. So he's getting constant. It's passive income. You know. Mm-hmm. You're just people are viewing, and you're making, you know, pennies, and sometimes pennies add to dollars, and then dollars add to tens of dollars, and you know, in the thousands. Yeah. There are people we know, you know, even in our community, that this is their full-time gig. You know, they were able to quit or retire or whatever, and they do this for this, you know.
Who's the number one? The number one is a kid, and he reviews toys.
Yeah, he makes 20 some odd million a year.
Yeah, reviewing toys. He's a kid.
Reviewing toys.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yep.
That's all what you're searching for. So
it's amazing. It's amazing what people will watch. But it is so much. So much more interesting than television. To watch things on YouTube, I think.
Right, and you know, it really did help when Google bought YouTube, because it became the second most used search engine in the world. Yeah. You know, so it's not just for entertainment value, or, you know, I watch a lot of like poker vlogs and so that's my entertainment. But, you know, if I want to learn how to, you know, cook a pig, you know, I'll go to Dutch's, you know, YouTube page and watch that. Yeah. So, you know, it's good work if you can find it, for sure. Yeah, he just did 20K. Congrats, Joe. Good job, buddy.
People will watch it, and in car repairs, for say. Yeah. They'll come in. You know, there's two kinds of customers. There's a woman customer and a male customer. The woman customer comes in and tells you what her car's doing. The male customer comes in and tells you how to fix his car. You know? He watched it on YouTube. You need to do this. It's easy. And you shouldn't be charging me much. I'll be back at 4 to pick it up. You know, that's how a guy drops his car off. You know, a woman drops her car off. You know, fix it. I don't care how much it is. Just I got to have these brats at soccer practice by 4. Just make sure it's done by 4. Yeah. So. That sums them up.
I had to change a cabin filter on my wife's Tahoe, and it's a newer car, and I didn't know where to freaking go. I had to go to YouTube. You know, had to take out the fucking glove box, and it was a whole ordeal. But you know, I had to learn it, you know, via YouTube.
Yeah, so, that's where you go.
Why are you laughing at over there, bud? That I had to use YouTube to change a cabin filter?
No, because I'm in the industry.
Because normally I just take that shit to the mechanic.
If I got mortgage questions, I'm calling YouTube. You know. Dutch and Mrs. CJ talked about it 2 weeks ago. All right, so that's you know, I think it's funny because it's second nature to me, just like mortgage industry is to you.
Yeah,
that's like the guy that needs glasses and says, you know, my eyes are important. And there's only one person I will trust my eyes to: Sam's Club. You know?
Yeah, I get my glasses from Costco. It's true. Joe said, and it happened on Cooking with CJ. Well, congratulations, man. I'm glad we're a part of it. You know, we're all big a family over here, and feel free to, shout me out on your channel so I can get some of that YouTube money. Jesus, man. $4,300 a month. Good Lord.
This YouTube with all you guys on here, buffing up each other's channels. It's kind of like Amway.
Just direct marketing, baby.
It's like a big pyramid scheme.
There you go.
Everybody jump in CJ's chat room and say, "Hey, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel."
Normally, honestly, we don't do that shit because most of the people in the chat, we're all, they're regular viewers. Everybody knows everybody. But it is true. Like, we wanted Dutch to get to 1,000 subscribers. We wanted to get him monetized. So everybody took his videos, his playlists, and put them on repeat. Right. So, same thing with my barbecue channel. I got my watch hours really fast because I have the hot seat. So when I took that over, every Thursday, I'm just getting tons of hours. Right. So luckily the streaming service I use, I can now use more than just the two platforms of Facebook and the Cooking with CJ. So I decided to put CJ's Q on there. So this is going to help me get those hours a little bit faster too. So yeah, Ray from Nukem BBQ, he's streaming both right now, like one on a phone, one on the computer. But it's not artificial, but it definitely is family. Like, I'll help you out, you help me out. Everybody wants to make their pennies on YouTube if they can. So
yeah,
it's not artificial, but it's enhanced.
Hey, more now, I heard you can buy. Can't you buy subscribers and followers and stuff like that?
Yeah, but if we always, everybody I know, we all advise against it, because if it becomes found out by YouTube, they'll just kill your channel 100%.
Yeah,
and there's some people out there that buy their subscribers, and then there's people that get lucky that a video hits and they grow, and or video hits and they see that it drives a lot of people to them, and they see he's a great barbecuer, she's a great cook, whatever.
Yeah.
And or there's just people that are just grinding it out, have a million videos, but they only have 500 views, but you still got 500 million views, right? So
right,
it's there's just different levels, ways of getting there. Go ahead, Dutch.
Well, I've got 243 subscribers on my channel, and with the money I've spent on the equipment to get that, I'm about $1,500 a subscriber now.
Oh my god!
So I'm buying mine, and I'm paying prime prices for you people. So you better watch.
Oh, I love it, man. That's awesome.
What CJ was talking about with, everybody strives for that one video.
Yeah.
That's going to put them out there. And a good example is our buddy Alton, the Dogfather's BBQ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He put out the brisket for beginners video, and he went from 5,000 subscribers. And now he's in the last, what's it been, 3 months?
60,000 or something like that.
60-some thousand in the last 3 months. So, and you never know which one's going to be the one that everybody clicks on.
Yeah, and now that one video has a million views, I think, as of today.
Do people run it, and do people copy him? Other YouTube guys go, they saw it happen to him.
Yeah, other YouTubers will see what he's doing, and so that big video was brisket for beginners, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he did it on his Yoda or whatever, and then all of a sudden, a week later, there was 10 more brisket 101, biscuit for beginners, how to do brisket for the new one, whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess invitation's the most sincere form of flattery, I guess, but people are I mean, what do they say about the NFL? It's a copycat league, right?
Right.
They, something works, people are going to jump on it and try to work it. So it is what it is.
That's interesting.
I mean, everybody loves Alton, so that's so cool.
Do you think Ricer has any original videos, or does he copy everybody?
You know, Ricer, I think he's just a drunk too, just like us. That's why he gets wine for sponsors.
Was that not the best get you ever saw? Something that the wine in the barbecue channel, I loved it.
Yeah, when I first saw it,
only Ricer could.
Yeah, I'm watching him right now. He's watching on CJ's queue right now. I watched the first one when you put wine on there, you know, not for wine or whatever it was called. And it really did take me aback too. I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. Because I know Ricer is drinking Coronas every, Sunday night on his show or whatever. And then all of a sudden he's pouring a nice Merlot while cooking a pork butt or whatever.
I would have liked to seen that sales presentation from him to the board at
exactly.
about wine or whatever it is.
Wine,
I know you're not in that Wisconsin. I know you're not.
I know
you're thinking about it. But let me explain this. I'll cook on my little deck, and then I'll open a bottle of wine. I'll just drink it right out of the top. So it'll be kind of elegant, but kind of rednecky at the same time. And then some guy goes, yeah, I like that.
I can do that.
And then he's on Easy Street.
God, yeah. Hold on. I got to pull up the queue because I want to see Ricer's comments on this.
He said exactly. Well, when Ricer did his little hazmat suit walking around his neighborhood, he put a straw in the bottle of wine. So that gained himself a lot of people right there. So
that was a classic.
CJ, I do have to correct you on one thing.
Oh, what did I do wrong?
After being out in Wisconsin earlier this year, he actually pronounces it Merlot.
Merlot, got it. Yeah, Ricer, we're giving him some shit right now, and that's fun. But dude, his production value on his videos and even his show, like I'm jealous of his show. Like a long time ago when we were actually, and I've told Ricer this too, when we were, every year we kind of get together and decide if we want to keep going or whatever. Ricer was the first dude that I thought of to take over the hot seat if we ever, decide to not do it anymore. Mm-hmm. And then he went and started his own show, and it's blowing by us like, crazy. But he has such a great production value.
Oh yeah,
because he's a video nerd. He loves every camera he can get his hands on, and just knows what to do with it.
And he'll help you out too. I've called him lots of times. Hey,
why
don't I give his number out live and we'll?
You should.
People can call him.
People won't call him. It's fine.
Steve, you want a paper, rock, scissor for who gets to give it out live?
Everybody's got it. Probably everybody in this chat probably has it already.
Oh, more
like Josh. Appreciate it, buddy.
Ricer is a social media whore, and I mean that in the best way possible.
He just might be a whore. Who knows?
That's possible. Well, no.
Nah, he's not a whore anymore.
I know. He probably had to build an extra building onto his house to house all those grills people send him.
Oh,
the first time I ever watched him, I was flipping through him and came across his video, and he was cooking in his garage. It was cold outside, and he was cooking. He had that little what's the one you work for, CJ? The pit bottle. He had a pit bottle, whatever it was, in the garage, cooking in the garage, and I thought, wow, I mean, is that safe?
Who cares?
Tell you from experience, it is totally safe.
Yeah, and he said that. When the first time I talked to him, I asked him, I said, "You cook in the garage?" He goes, "Yeah, but it's right by the door, and I have a fan blowing on it." Okay.
All right, here's the deal. I just sent Ricer the link if he wants to jump in. If he's sitting in front of his computer right now, if he wants to jump in, Ricer, I'll pull you in. We can't beat up on you the whole time. So, sorry, man. What's funny is a long time ago when I got that Ninja Foodie grill, I didn't know Ricer at all. He called me up about it because they had actually sent him one, and he was asking me about it, and I had no clue, anything about anything. But I always talk to everybody, and if anybody wants to reach out, I try to help out wherever I can. And it was very interesting talking to this guy from Wisconsin that I never talked to before, talking about a indoor grill type thing.
Yeah.
And I had no clue that he would turn into being such a freaking fabulous person and have a great channel and a great great show every Sunday night. And I was lucky enough to be on his show too. So he's a good dude for sure.
Absolutely. I wish you'd go to Facebook and put it on Facebook. He'd get a bunch of views on Facebook.
Oh, I'm sure.
I got the opportunity when I was in Wisconsin to spend an afternoon with Jeff and his lovely wife and their boys, and we had a great time. And what you see on the videos is Jeff.
Yeah.
I believe that.
His energy ramps up just a little for his videos, but when you sit there and talk to him, I mean, it's what you see.
He's pretty laid back. Yeah.
He's a great dude to meet. That's for sure. So
he knows his stuff. And he's got the editing things down. And
oh yeah,
he's good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We got Jabin's in the house. Postal Barbecue. What's up, Jabin?
What's going on, Jabin?
All the way from the Canadian area.
Canadian West Coast.
Canadian, eh?
What's what's the person the farthest away who's ever tuned in to watch?
Ryan G.
Yeah, I mean, we've actually had a few people from the UK on. We had another guy in from he was in Brussels.
Mm-hmm.
When we first got started, we would do a Saturday hot seat to accommodate
or Sunday.
The UK guys, because we could be on it. I would be on at 10. Dutch, I think it's 12 for him in the morning, and then the UK guys were in the evening. So, but what we ended up doing is partnered up with Ryan G and Matt. They have a program every Friday.
Yeah, I'm on tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you're on. Yeah, you're on with them. That's right. Yeah. That's what they're
a busy week because you're hitting a doubleheader tonight, and you're on. I think it'll be 4:30 your time tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, with the barbecue talk.
Yeah. So I, on our deal, it's not like a real nothing in stone or anything, but I'll put the link, on every one of our shows. I put the link to his channel, so they could drop, so people know that they're an affiliate with, the hot seat and we support them. But it's tough to do the Saturday shows or Sunday shows, but we'll do them if we need to. But I think we got through pretty much all of our UK YouTube followers that wanted to be on. So
when I first opened up the barbecue store, I was doing a show every day or every Saturday at 10. And I was doing like an infomercial. I was just holding up the rubs that I got in that week. And but I can't do it anymore because we got so busy.
Right on.
So
all right, look who we brought in.
Well, thank you guys. How you doing, Steve? Great interview, brother. Good job, man. You're really good at talking.
He seems like he's done this before, right, sir? What do you think?
I think he's pretty good. He's actually one of my favorite guys to listen to be honest.
I've always said I'm a better guest than I am host.
Well, I tell you what, the few times I've watched your show, Steve Ray, dude, you freaking do awesome stuff, man. I just wish I could tune in more. Unfortunately,
I got a YouTube channel.
You got a YouTube channel? I'll start watching on YouTube. Honestly, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. I thought you did everything on.
And that's the problem.
That is the problem. Well, you're gonna get a bunch of new subscribers from YouTube today. And
Ricer in last June, I said, all right, I got 240 subscribers. I got to hit 1 million by the end of the month. Can we do it?
Piece of cake.
Yeah, I think I got him 3. I think I got him 3 new ones. So I was trying to do my best, you know. So
his wife and his mother.
But thank you so much for all the big compliments, fellas. I mean, I feel like you're going to want to try to win a raffle or something on Sunday night. You know, I might have to, you know, take off a few of those away so you guys can get some suckle busters here or something like that.
You should raffle off all those grills you get.
Yeah, I got another one coming real soon too, Steve. So you'll probably text me as soon as you see that one. So.
I called Uni after I saw your video.
Yeah,
because I'm a pizza guy, and I got hooked up with them, and I'm going to start selling them back in the first quarter of 2021. I got set up as a dealer.
Nice.
And I told the guy, I said, well, you know, why don't you send me one? You know, I'll, you know, just send me so I can practice, so I can make videos and stuff. He goes, there's none more left. And I said, bullshit. Ricer just got one last week. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, yeah, we got one at Ricer.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, it is Ricer though. I mean, come on.
Yeah. You ain't Rice.
They, you know, if you're not Ricer, you don't got any pull. You know, that's hard.
I wish I was that cool, to be honest with you, but no, I mean that they are sold out until like the end of October, so it's kind of crazy, you know. But oh well.
Well, it's cool that you hooked up with them. I want one of those unis too. I've seen them all over YouTube and all that stuff, and I love doing the homemade pizza stuff. So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know, I've always done the pizza at home on a pizza stone in the oven. You know, crank it up as high as you can, and they're good. But once you get them into that really like where you're cooking at 900 degrees, man, it's
that's insane.
Just a different cook. I got another little outdoor pellet pizza oven coming to me soon too. So
is that the Rocco?
It's called the Cube Stove.
Cube Stove.
Yeah, brand new Kickstarter program. So we're gonna start.
How do these people find you if you don't?
Yeah.
How do you find them?
They send me an email. To be real honest with you,
really?
So that's it. And
I mean, but how do they find you to send the email? Like,
in my YouTube, I have my email address, and they just can't contact me. Yes, Daddy Dutch.
What part of Ricer is a social media whore didn't you guys catch?
Fair enough.
All right. I mean, for crying out loud, who else gets away with playing a polka on their
just to pee on his show? That's true.
Right. I am.
People look forward to that, right, sir? You know that,
I know
right?
they do. I know they do, and I'm taking requests. And we'll figure out how to Dropbox it or whatever. But I want urinal like video. Okay. So like you just walk into the bathroom. You don't have to like take a pee in the urinal or anything like that. But I just want some urinal clips, like smooth urinal clips where you're walking in. Because during that song, I'll actually make a video, and then we press the video. And there'll just be all these different urinals and taverns and stuff like that.
Well, hey, I tell you what, I'm in Vegas at the end of the month. We're going for Halloween. Every fancy joint we go to, I'm gonna go. I'll shoot video in the urinals.
Yep, just a couple seconds, man. It'll be perfect. It'll be funny. So then we can put something, because like I was thinking about, well, you know, I could go to all these different spots and do the old like little kid thing and stand by a tree and take a piss. But I'm like, eventually I'll get arrested, so I better, you know, watch out with that. So I thought
what you could do is have every once a month have the nicest urinal sent to you.
Right. Yeah.
I'm surprised like one of them Japanese toilet companies I haven't reached out to their Dutch.
Yeah. That'll be next. Yeah. Next.
Or the weirdest urinal, or the urinal with a bidet. Yeah, you can get really creative.
The heated seat, you know.
That's right.
Urinal.
So what kind of I caught part of the social media. I mean, I was trying to figure out, is he talking about Facebook? Is that where I'm the whore, or is it, which one is it?
All of them.
Just everything? All of them? Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, Twitch.
You gotta respect the guy who gets cookers to him that's wearing a chinchilla on his chin.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Hey, that thing's gotten a little gray since August.
Yeah, it has. It has. There's a little bit more stress going on. So
that little angle that he has in his setup, you ought to try to put him. You ought to try to get him in the box when you got him interviewing on your show. It's. I say, won't you move over? He goes, I can't. I said, well, I can't. I don't have enough cord. You don't have enough cord. You've got 20 cameras. You don't have enough cord.
The guy who tells you to upgrade all your stuff when he interviews you.
Yeah. You don't have enough cord.
You ever seen them USB 6-foot extension cords to make now?
Yeah. Go to Amazon and type in cord.
Right.
Work, Ricer.
Hey, Ricer, I'll build an Amazon link for you.
All right.
Sounds
good.
Hey, Zach's in here from Brisket Bettag. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother?
So just to answer that whole, because like this is actually a very funny story, because I heard you guys talk about it, how I got involved with WTSO, wines still sold out. They contacted me right after when I got crazy wasted on the hot seat, and that I'm not kidding.
Are you shitting me?
No, I got crazy wasted on the hot seat, right? You remember that?
Yep.
And I got an email. And I got an email from them, and I said, "You do watch my videos, right?" I said, "I might just drink right out of the bottle," and they're like, "Perfect." And I'm like, "Serious? Okay, all right. Well, you're gonna get Ricer then." So, and they were great to work with. We had a spring and summer contract, and we might do some one-offs in the future, all that, and maybe again work next summer. But yeah, they were just awesome. So easy to go, and they let me be myself. And not that I'm like making too goofy of barbecue videos, I'm not blowing shit up, but at least they let me have my humor. So that was fun. So that was a good story. And I'll get back to the guest. Let's ask him more questions, because did he get a chance to tell you about his indoor garage kitchen that he has? It's just incredible. It's incredible. Did you talk about that?
No, they didn't ask me about it.
I didn't know you had an indoor garage kitchen.
Well, I've got a prep kitchen in my garage. My middle, I got three bays at the house, and the middle bay is I put a big old stainless steel restaurant sink in it. And I've got a prep table, a big 6-foot prep table on the right. And then when we used to cook a lot here, we used to do a lot of big cooks, and it was just a good place to, prep the food. And what would happen after a barbecue contest, I'd come home and I'd have to carry all that. I mean, and I don't know if you guys have ever done it or not, but you're filthy. I mean, and your stuff is filthy because you've been throwing it around for 2 hours, and the kitchen sink's not big enough to hold all of it. Right. And when you're trying to clean it, it gets everywhere, and your wife and kids are yelling at you, get out of the way and all that crap. And so it's easy just to, when you come home, back the trailer in, and I just throw it in the big sink and run fill it up with water, hot water, and clean up right there. It makes it a lot easier.
That's so smart.
And you buy all that stuff used. There's a restaurant supply place here in Ottawa. Right. They're huge, and you buy those. You can buy those stainless steel sinks like I've got. They're big, and you can buy them for a couple $100.
Yeah.
And I got a buddy that's a plumber, and the thing about the sinks, the nice part that what you want to get is the faucet with the big thing that hangs down, so you can clean it. Yeah. And that's the important thing to get. And I've got them at the gas station too. I've got 2 of them at the station. I got one in my office, and I've got one in the barbecue shop. They're great for cleaning up.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. I wish I had one here. I wish if I ever redo my kitchen at the house, I'm gonna make it a restaurant kitchen. Put one of those in the inside.
Yeah.
Put a 3-bay sink in the house.
Yeah.
With the big old 6-7 burner or whatever.
Yeah.
I told the wife I wanted to go all stainless steel in the kitchen. She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Countertops, everything." She's like, "Oh, fuck no, this ain't going to look like a restaurant." Clean.
Yeah, they're easy to clean. That's right.
And well, CJ, Jeff, you both met Mrs. Dutch.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not getting my stainless steel kitchen anytime soon.
No.
Right. She's
No,
running,
you can't do
running
that.
that. She's running the first, that's for sure. But
They had their friends over, and their friends would talk about her, and you know, it gets ugly. It gets ugly. Hearing the housewives of Ottawa,
That's awesome. The Real Housewives.
the Real Housewives of Ottawa.
All right, guys. We're 2 hours in. I think it's time we better wrap this bad boy up. But we can go all night chatting, but some of us have to work in the morning.
Hey,
So-
Yeah,
you didn't do it. You did.
I know. I just didn't make you feel good about yourself.
No, you don't have to do that. I feel good about myself every morning in the shower.
As you should. Or you make yourself feel good in the shower.
Either way,
Either.
take it for.
yeah, I can see where this is going.
Yeah. See, it could go 0 to downhill quick.
Yeah, it can go fast. It can go
All
fast.
right, guys.
0 to 60, we go 60 to 0. Like,
Hey, don't forget, 4:30 tomorrow is what's the name of their show? The
Barbecue talks.
Barbecue Talks in England.
Yeah.
I'll be live in England.
Yep.
Ricer,
Guys,
how many subscribers did you gain when you went live in England?
I think I got about 3 of them from over
Did you?
there. 3.
Good deal.
Yeah.
We'll be
Matt,
live.
Matt and Ryan are pretty cool cats.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, they are.
I put a
Matt had his which one's on the right? Is that Ryan or Matt?
Ryan.
Bald head guy.
The short, dark hair guy with glasses.
No,
Matt?
the bald one on the right. If you're looking
Yeah,
at
that's
your
Ryan.
photo,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Matt's the other one. On
Matt
the
had surgery on his back.
Yes. Yeah.
So he's kind of on camera laying like this, and you know, only thing he needs is like a tube running up his nose and one of those bendy straws, and it looked like he'd be in the hospital.
No, they're good guys. You're gonna have a good time on there. Just
Oh, that's that book. Yeah.
Mhm.
be careful with Charlie, because
Yeah.
Charlie Pickles Barbecue will be in there.
I put a link to Ryan's channel in the description down below, so you guys can tune in and watch Steve tomorrow. Like not live from the UK, but kind of live from the UK. So
You know, funny story about Charlie when I was on when I was hooking up with Jeff, I was getting him on my show, and I was going to be on his show, and that's how pathetic we are. We just run around being on each other's shows, and
well, that was gonna be my next thing. It's like anytime you want me and Dutch to come on, Steve, we're ready for you, buddy.
Charlie sends me a Facebook request, and I looked at this picture and I went, "Who the hell is this guy?"
That's
and
how we all
I
feel.
wouldn't accept it. And Ricer goes, Charlie says you won't accept his friend request. I said, "Is that Pickles?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, did you see his picture?" I said, "It's like he's like a Satan worshiper." You know, who's going to friend this guy in?
Yeah, that's about right.
Against my better judgment, I said, "Okay."
Charlie has a heart of gold.
And
He
my house,
really-
Yeah, he's
my
a
house
sweetheart.
didn't burn down, so I said he must be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Dutch, you got anything to say on the way out?
Steve, amazing job tonight. I could probably text you a list of 20 more questions from the chat. Everybody, wants to ask you questions. All I can say, guys, is if you haven't seen Owl's Nest, go watch it on Facebook. Steve is a great host, has great guests like he did, 4 hours ago before,
Yeah.
Yep.
before this started. And Jeff, thanks for coming on.
You bet.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
So, no, great job. I can't say enough good things about Steve's show and what he does.
Well,
So,
I appreciate that, Phil. It means a lot to me.
you
It
know,
really does.
he's a great guy because he's even had John McGuire on there. For crying out
No,
loud.
that means he's a saint. That's what he is. A certified saint.
I just want to add thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks
Yeah,
for
right,
coming over
sir.
here.
You know, we
Enjoyed
were talking so much about you. We couldn't not have your beautiful face in this.
Well, I appreciate
Screen
it,
of
and I don't mind. I don't
sexiness
mind
right
you guys talking about me. You're ripping on me. It's okay. You know, I can
course.
take it.
I knew you could handle it.
And it's always,
just don't ignore me. Just don't ignore me.
Steve, you got to do this on the web up.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys. It was a lot of fun.
All right.
A lot of fun. We'll do it again.
Dutch, you got we'll definitely get you on again because we, like you said, we still have plenty more questions for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Dutch, you were about to say something.
Well, all I was going to say is it's always nice when Jeff brings his pet chinchilla on with him.
Of course. Of course. Well, Ricer, thanks for jumping on real quick. Everybody, tune in to Tavern Talk on Sundays.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock my time, so 8 o'clock East Coast.
Yeah.
All right.
My time.
Steve, your show's every Thursday at 4 o'clock Pacific. Yeah, so 4 o'clock Pacific.
7 o'clock.
All right, so make sure you guys are tuning in on that. He puts his replays on YouTube, but you catch it on Facebook right away. The link for his thing has been put in the chat the whole time and down below. You're catching the replay. I appreciate you catching us and watching thus far. Steve, you were great, man, and I really appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
You bet, CJ. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, and like I said, if you ever need a backup guest, me and Dutch are always ready to.
We can make that happen. We can make that happen.
Yeah, we always love sitting around talking barbecue and life and all that stuff. So anytime you need someone to bullshit with, we're with you. Guys, next week's guest is to be determined. I had someone scheduled. Don't know if it's quite coming through or not, but, should be a good one. If not, we'll figure it out like we always do. It just is what it is. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you again for tuning in and spending a couple hours with us. Hit that thumbs up on the way out, and